We got to thinking, how could things have turned out differently? Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're asking, what if Carrie had stayed with Aidan? Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into one of Carrie Bradshaw's relationships from Sex and the City to see how things would have turned out differently if she had ended up with Aidan rather than Big.
Everyone knows you only get 2 great loves in your life.
How many great loves does a person get? Charlotte says the answer is 2. She read it in a magazine. But Carrie isn't so sure. For audiences, though, it's clear that Carrie had 2 key relationships throughout the run of Sex and the City, Aidan and Big.
Why are you still single?
Why are you still single?
No, don't do that. Don't be cute. I hate when guys act all cute. Blah.
Sure, she dated plenty of other people, and you could try to argue that Berger or Petrovsky were contenders for great love status, but in the end, it always comes down to these 2.
It took me a really long time to get here. But I'm here.
Anyone who's watched the final episode of the show knows that it all ends with Big going to Paris and bringing Carrie back home to New York, saying that she's the one.
Carrie, you're the one.
Kiss me, you big crybaby.
While this made for a nice fairy tale ending, fans couldn't help but wonder how things would have differed for Carrie if she'd ended up with Aidan instead. Watching the 2 movies, which we don't necessarily approve of, we get to see what happens to Carrie and Big after Happily Ever After.
Is that tonight?
Mm-hmm.
On a Monday?
Yes.
We don't go out on Mondays.
Unsurprisingly, they have their share of problems, and in the second movie, Carrie even kisses Aidan when they unexpectedly run into each other in Abu Dhabi. Clearly, Carrie has some lingering what-ifs of her own.
I kissed Aidan. I knew it! I know you knew it.
So let's delve back into Carrie and Aidan's relationship to see not only where it all went wrong, but also to imagine what things would have looked like had they stuck it out.
Cool. I just got a couple questions. Where do you want it delivered, and can I take you out to dinner sometime?
When Carrie and Aidan first started dating near the beginning of the show's 3rd season, it's clear that she's met a man who's going to challenge her and pretty much serve as Big's polar opposite. Aidan is soft-spoken, considerate, he works with his hands, and he hates that she smokes.
I don't want to be a jerk, but I can't date a smoker.
The biggest issue that these 2 encounter at the beginning of their relationship is that Carrie is searching for drama where there simply isn't any.
And then I realized it. What was wrong was, for the first time in my life, I was in a relationship where absolutely nothing was wrong.
If she's looking for a tumultuous relationship, she ain't gonna find it here, unless she creates the drama herself.
Seriously. What the hell is wrong with you that you're not married? Tell me.
Can't you just relax and go with the flow?
One thing that's abundantly clear is that if Carrie had stayed with Aidan, she would have likely been totally bored.
Pack your bags, little lady. You're coming to the country with me.
When it comes down to it, these 2 are pretty deeply incompatible. While Carrie enjoys the high life, getting dressed up and checking out new club openings, Aidan wants nothing more than a quiet night at home with his lady.
Well, I thought a bath would help you relax. You seem kind of tense.
Carrie makes it clear that this isn't her style while they're dating, and in the second movie even starts having the same issues with Big.
Me and you out on the town.
I've been out in the town for 30 years. I've seen the town, kid. You go have fun with your friends.
We're not saying this issue is totally insurmountable, but it would be a difficult one to navigate. Aidan loves his little country home, and Carrie vehemently hates it. But then again, maybe with enough time together, she would learn to appreciate the simpler things in life and embrace his more down-home lifestyle.
Wow.
Maybe she could have even worked with him to jazz the cabin up, making it more shabby chic than just shabby. Or maybe not. One thing we can say for sure is that if Carrie had picked Aidan over Big, she would have been treated very differently.
Carrie, you tell me nothing's going on, then nothing's going on.
From the very beginning of their relationship, Big shows a total lack of respect for Carrie's feelings, as well as an unwillingness to commit to her or give their relationship any real weight.
I'll introduce you as my girlfriend when I'm sure.
She's constantly kept on her toes by how emotionally unavailable he is, and is left wondering time and time again whether he even cares about her at all. With Aidan, things couldn't be any more different.
So, mister, do you want to sleep over?
I gotta feed Pete. Get up early in the morning.
He makes it clear that he's into her from the very start. And the worst thing he does at the beginning of their relationship is taking things slow before jumping into bed together.
Do you want to take this inside?
I better get home.
It's hard to think of an instance where Aidan treats Carrie badly, as he's patient with her almost to a fault throughout their time together. He's sweet, he's understanding, and he always has her best interests at heart.
Yes, Aidan. I would love to live with you.
Wow. That makes me really happy, Carrie.
They haven't been dating for long when he proposes to her, and it's Carrie who shows a reluctance to take the leap into a more committed relationship.
I love you, Carrie. There's no one I could love more. I want to live my life with you. What do you think?
If Carrie had chosen Aidan, she would have likely been more emotionally secure for the rest of her days, knowing she had a man in her life who worshipped her and would never hurt her. We definitely can't say the same for Big.
This whole bride and groom thing has really got me thrown.
And this probably goes without saying, but Aidan would have never left Carrie at the altar.
What's going on? Where are you?
I was out front. I just left.
Carrie and Big never end up having children, and by the time we see them in the second movie, it's clear that this is a final decision.
You don't want kids?
Well, no, we love them. It's just not for us.
If Carrie had married Aidan instead, however, we're guessing that he could have persuaded her that she could be the maternal type.
No, I was just asking if Brady can eat crackers yet.
No, we can't say for sure whether this would have been the right thing for Carrie or not, but when we imagine Carrie and Aidan together, we can picture them moving into a Brooklyn brownstone a la Miranda and Steve and raising a little family in the city.
This is the man, Tate. I call him Tater because he kind of looks like one, you know? No hair, big eyes.
In the end, it seems most appropriate for the Carrie we know that she decided to remain childless. But it's interesting to imagine what the alternatives could have been.
Oh, God, Aidan. It's good to see you.
We'd be remiss to not address the elephant in the room, Carrie and Big's affair. While Carrie and Aidan are together, she cheats on him with Big, which causes their first breakup.
You slept with that guy? When we were going out?
Aidan somehow manages to forgive her, and they get back together the following season.
Good to see you, Carrie.
Good to see you, too.
It's indicative of Carrie's feelings for Aidan that she was able to treat him this way, and it makes us wonder if it's possible that it would all happen again. Big always seems to be present in Carrie's life, whether she likes it or not. So even if she had married Aidan, we wouldn't be all that surprised if she ended up having another affair with Big.
I don't want you to see him ever again.
Can't do that.
Even though she showed true remorse after it happened the first time, it doesn't mean she wouldn't repeat her actions, especially after a few years of living the quiet life.
You can't drive. Sleep on the couch.
That's cool.
So, while we may hate to admit it, it's possible that staying with Big was the best thing Carrie could have done.
Happy birthday, baby. Get in.
Big gives Carrie the drama she craves. These two very flawed characters are kind of meant to be. Carrie's reluctance to marry Aidan shows that her feelings for him were just never that strong. And while she may have enjoyed a simpler and happier life, she probably would have always longed for something more.
I threw up. I saw the ring and I threw up. That's not normal.
That's my reaction to marriage.
Aidan may have been the better guy, but that doesn't necessarily mean they were the better match.
Just hang in there, sugar. This thing's just faking you out, that's all.
Aidan, please just stop touching it. Stop
on.
it. Because you don't know what you're doing. Just stop.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.